during the week. Because this is, when I'm working, I'm trying to do this more often so that we can, check in, talk as we start our mornings, that good stuff. I'm trying to, create a community. I'm trying to create a community. All right, there we go. So let me do some skincare right quick. Then I need to do my hair because these braids are pretty much staying on, but I want them to be a tad more put together. So we're going to be doing this. Hi, Tammy. How are you? How are you? How are you? I forgot it wasn't Monday because I didn't have school yesterday. This is a good week because I only teach 3 days. We're only in the classroom Monday through Thursday, and then we're at home on Friday. Yay! Let me tell y'all what I did. I forgot. I'm so irritated with myself. I'm gonna try to turn it in though and see can I get these points. I forgot to turn in. Um, I forgot to turn in. Uh, uh, okay, so I got a grade on my midterm for one class. It was a B, but I could have turned it in to get some more points. To do some. And I forgot. So I'm gonna try to turn it in anyway. It'll just be a little late. Take a few points off. Because I know what they said is if you're late, they just give you 10 points off. So I'm going to try to submit it, see what happens. I'm going to try to resubmit it and see what happens. I'm going to do that today while I'm sitting in my other class. I don't know. I'm going to see. I'm going to find out. Hold on, I got to blow my nose. I'm going to find out because I sure going to try. Hold on, I got to blow my nose. Oh. Okay, it's coming out. Yay. Okay, let's put this on. Then we're going to get the Nurian. And then we're going to do some with this head, y'all. Look at this. I got stuff going on. Anyway, was I productive this weekend at all? Slightly productive. Not as productive as I would like to have been. But this weekend is going to be good too because like I said, I work from home on Friday, and then I don't work on Thursday, and then Monday I'm off too. So pretty much I have a 4-day weekend. Hey, now. Talk about, but then, we got to finish up this semester, this quarter, and everything. But yeah, and then I think we got homecoming. I gotta find out what the homecoming stuff is to see if I'm gonna buy some so I can be in sync for homecoming. For Spirit Week. I'm gonna try to do Spirit Week, so I need to see what Spirit Week looks like. So anywho. So let me see what am I thinking about. What is on my mind this morning? Okay. Oh man, remember we was talking about shit on Facebook? You know what I love though on Facebook is the drama. Don't you love the drama? Especially when it's kind of they call themselves being low key about their drama, but you know what they're talking about. So you just watching it unfold. There, I got one of them situations going on. So I'm just low key watching this drama happen. It's like we gotta have something to amuse ourselves with. So let me. Oh, also, but I'm gonna talk about this because I actually did my makeup on video. That last makeup look. So I'm gonna talk about. Well, you know what? Real life is better than the soap opera. When you really get in, when you really get, and you get invested in it. I was gonna talk about Squid Game while I'm doing my makeup because I did finally watch it. I was like, okay, okay. Um, Even though I liked it, I was tad disappointed at the end. Just a little bit disappointed in the end, you know. But other than that, it was a good show. Yeah, I watched it. And then I'll throw out something kind of low key just to fuck with him. Okay, you haven't watched it. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you about it. Then I won't say anything about it. It was it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Oh, I haven't watched that one, Midnight Mass. What I'm so excited about is that one of my favorite shows got some more episodes, which is Midsummer Murders. It's a BBC show. I've been watching. It's got like 22 seasons. I think I'm in season 22, and I've been watching it for years. Like I didn't catch it till it was on Prime, but I've watched all the seasons, and I love that show. So I've been watching Midsummer Murder. I'm back on watching that. Matter of fact, if I wasn't on here, that's what I would be doing right now, watching Midsummer Murder, because I love that show. Did I finish that one? Yeah, I did finish that one. Oh, I was on the second one. The only problem with like UK shows and other countries is like a lot of times they have shorter seasons than us. So then just when you're getting invested and you want to see some more, that season is over. The one thing I will say about Squid Game, because it's Korean, but I guess it's Korean Netflix. I watch K dramas. I've been watching them off and on for years. I started watching Fringed. I haven't. I have to watch that. I haven't watched that, but I started watching it years ago. Did I do this area right here? Yo, did I do this? I don't feel like I did it. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Um, But the only thing, it kind of ends like a okay. So the thing about most K dramas, if you've never watched them, uh, um, okay, let me check that out. Um, the thing about K dramas is that usually hey Jen, they have an ending. So like but it'll be like 20 episodes or so. Some of them are longer because some of them have spanned for quite some time. Um, but when they're done, and they give you an ending. You know, they wrap it all up, and then you have a good ending. So you feel like, oh, okay, so that's how it ended. Because like when you watch shows, you want to see, well, how does it end? How do these people act? And like for instance, like my first K drama I watched, of course, a lot of them are, romantic and everything. The first K drama, I can't even remember the name of it, because it's been so long ago since I watched it. Man, that was like, damn, that was about 7 years ago. Um, was this girl? She was a stunt. She did stunts, right? She was in this group that did stunts, and she wound up, her and this guy, he was very wealthy. He came from a very wealthy family. They wound up getting together. He was a jackass. For some reason, she was attracted to him. He was attracted to her. And he came from a very wealthy family. They owned like a store or something. And his mother was very opposed to them getting together. Very opposed because she wasn't at their level. She wasn't to her standard. She wanted him to get with somebody that was on their level. And so eventually they wound up getting together. Of course, they have the trials and the tribulations. Now, the thing was, is like the guy, the stunt school she was at, the guy loved her, was, silently in love with her. And I'm sorry, he was fine as fuck. I'd have been with him. I'm sorry. Oh, I should do that. I should like I had done this a long time ago on my Facebook, like posted up like the sexiest ones from my shows that I watch around the world. I could do that again. I have to find his name again. But um, anyway, he was like, cause oh, this other show I watched, I had to tell y'all on that one. Okay, so anyway, so it wound up the guy had like real issues. He was scared of, he had a phobia about going in elevators, especially by himself or something. I can't remember if it was by himself, but he had a phobia about elevators. It came out the reason why he had a phobia about elevators because there was a fire he was in, and he was in an elevator and almost died in it, right? Well, it turns out that they find out that it was her father who saved him because her father was a fireman. He was dead. Oh yeah, the father was dead. He was a fireman. He had got killed in a working in a fire. Turns out that it was her father who saved him. By saving him, he died because he fell into the, so by pulling him up, he fell into, he went down in there and got him out of the elevator, and by the time he got him out, the elevator crashed and he died. So this all comes out explain now. So because of it, because of her father, her son was still alive, and it was like, because of this, I mean, she tried to embarrass her. The mama was a bitch, right? So comes out toward the end that there that this is going on, and so he's like, I love her, I'm going to be with her. She said, if you get with her, I will never speak to you again. Now they got these bigger. Now the way they live, of course, and a lot of times I've seen this on these shows, is like, they kind of live on a compound. So he has his house, the mother has her house, and everything. They all live kind of near each other. She's like, okay, well, I'm never going to speak to you again. And I think somebody made sure that he had money or something. So it winds up they get together. And then it's like the very end of the show is like, okay, so what happened? And so toward the end of the show, they explain to you what happened. So they wound up together, fell in love. They wound up getting married. They had children. The mother, they would go and bring them to see the mother. She would open her gates to the grandkids, bring them in, and never speak to them because she said she would never speak to them. But she accepted her grandkids because they were her grandkids. But she would never speak to them. It was like, damn, this hoe was a bitch. Because she never forgave him for marrying her. So that's, and I was like, wow, this is good. Right. But I like things like that where they really give you the closure you need on a show. So the way so a lot of K-dramas roll like that, it'll be like, when it's over, you get the closure that you need. So it could be like 30 episodes, but at the end of those 30 episodes, you're going to get closure on it. Really good. Now you're talking about dressing. That's this one, what's it called? I think it's called A Gentleman's Journey. It was on Netflix years ago. I think that's what his name. I know it was A Gentleman something. I think it was Journey. And it was like a male sex in the right, exactly. It was like a male Sex in the City. So it was like these four men who knew each other since college, and how they intertwined, they were friends and everything, and the differences in their lives. Like one was married, but he was a big ass cheat, stuff like that. So it was a really good show, but it was really interesting. This one thing that was in there that talked about, that really spoke to their culture, because there was one who there was this underlying story about how all of them loved this one girl that they knew in college, and she had just left, and went to China or something like that. Turns out she was pregnant, didn't tell anybody, with one of their baby. So it's like 20 years later, the son comes and he finds out that this is his child. Now, mind you, he's in love with somebody. He wants to marry this girl and everything. And at first he won't marry her. He's so ashamed. This was like shameful to him to have this baby. He accepted the son when he finally figured out it was his son. But he at first it was like he felt like he couldn't be with this woman because he was shameful. Mm-mm. Girl, this is Palmer's coconut oil dollar. He was shamed by the fact that he had had this child out of wedlock. It was quite interesting because one thing about which was a little different on Squid Games. On the now, no, I got to watch some newer shows. When I was watching Korean shows, they never show sex, like the sexual act. Now, some people you knew were kind of sexual, but you never saw that. You just knew some of these people were like having sex, but it was like very chaste. You might see them like one of the things is always like when they finally fall in love and they kiss, like romantical kiss. It's like what? Always funny, especially considering we here. Okay, so I didn't even check the time. Okay, I forgot. Right, yeah, it was always implied. You always knew that some of the people were having sex, but it was never like them in the bed or. And if you saw them in the bed, they were kind of like clothed. Because I have watched some where they're actually in relationships. Like some of the more modern ones were starting to have them where they were actually having relationships, which made sense because was that a Korean show I was watching or was it a Japanese show? There's a show I used to watch, I can't think of the name of it, where it's basically it's one of those like real life shows, it's like whatever they called. I don't whatever it's called. But anyway, the point of the show is that you are watching they have like commentators. And so as they're watching it, you get to hear what they think about what's going on the show. So it's so cool. So as you're watching it, they'll like pause and they're like in their studio and they come off going, "Oh, did you see that?" So it's like watching it with your friends and they talking shit about the show itself. And so the way the show works though is people come and go on there. And like I watched one, I think this is Korean. I think it is a Korean show. Basically, they kind of trying to find love though. Part of the show is they trying to hook up with each other. They trying to hook up because it's like three women, three guys. Now they live their lives, but ultimately, folks are trying to like get with people. And so it's all about that whole process. And if they like some of them would be liking somebody, but they don't like them. And then some of them, and so then they'll leave the show and they'll have like a whole thing where they're leaving and then somebody new is coming. I can't remember the name of it because it's been on for a while. And it's like where they get the house form and everything and they stay there. And some of them will connect with somebody and then sometimes they won't like. And the one that made me see was like, okay, so they had a couple connect, right? And so it was so interesting because the other roommates created this room so they could have sex. So it was like their room. So for while they were still there, they created them this room like, okay, here's your room for you all. And they made it all cute and everything. I was like, this is so interesting. So yeah, that's you should really watch. If you're bored with, start looking at stuff like Korean TV. They quite have some quite interesting shows on there. Like I said, they approach it a little different. Right, right. Basically a boom boom room that they created. And then finally the couple left to go ahead because now that they were officially a couple, they left to go ahead and get a place together and everything. Which makes sense because I was reading a while ago that marriage is down in like Japan. Like the young people aren't getting married. They're living together, but they're not getting married. And so that was like a big thing. It's like, they're just not getting married. I am going to rebraid these, but you see how I got all this? I got to put some gel on it, straighten it up. So I'm glad I got enough time. So I'm giving myself enough time to do this because taking these breaks. Oh, I don't know if I've seen Gavin and Stacey. I watch a lot of well, I don't like watch a lot of British dramas. I watch a lot of British mystery shows. Let me say it right. Like I like Death in Paradise. Of course, I love Midsummer Murders. I've watched let me grab some so I can wipe my hands off. I watched Rosemary and Thyme. If you in here, you better say good morning. I see people coming in and out. Just say good morning. You say good morning. Keep it moving. Mm-mm. I've never seen that. Oops. Okay, so I'm about to like gel down my hair with this jelly I have because my edges was looking real nappy, which ain't cute. Now I'm not using like edge control like folks use. I am using this custard. I just want to make sure it all meets up. No, I've never seen Call the Midwife. Like I said, I do more British mysteries. Oh yeah, I know EastEnders is super popular. You know, I've never seen EastEnders before. I started trying to watch what's that show called? Downton Abbey, Downton Abbey or whatever it's called. Yeah, because isn't EastEnders still on? Because isn't that like pretty much a British soap opera? Okay, it looks better because I was looking fuzzy around the edges. Isn't that? Oh wow, is it? Yeah, because Eastern has been on forever. I did not know my braids were this long. Look how long my braids are. Okay. Right. I think at some point I watched EastEnders. At some point, I like might have saw an episode, but I've never like been into it or anything like that. Trying to these braids is in for the week. And then I'm just going to pull them back into their little ponytails and call it a day. And I don't care. The only thing is like when you unbraiding your hair, try not to knot it up because my hair knots up really easily, especially when it's been wet and I've braided it. So, ooh, yeah. No, you probably just need to do a really good deep condition. What deep conditioners do you use? What deep conditioners do you use on your hair? Oh yeah, Moroccan oil is good. You're right, don't do that. My hair was really dry and terrible. Um, because with being having a cold, I hadn't washed my hair, so it was looking terrible. So I really wasn't taking care of it well. So I'm just trying to get this hair to like you know. And I am not. I don't even part. You know how people be doing them like perfect parts. I don't part. Oh, do you see? I can't fuck with the protein too much. What protein treatment are you going to use? Oh yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense because you have lupus, right, Tammy? That definitely makes sense. Right. Yeah. Alrighty. So this is done in the front. Did you see all that little peach fuzz hanging up in the back? We got to do something with that. We got to do something with that. And next week we're having a reset at my school. So the kids won't be in. I've never heard of her. Kelly from Keep Beauty Real. Okay, what kind of stuff does she do? What kind of stuff does she do? Ooh, I'm trying to just get this hair together. I really hate trying to unbraid my hair, especially when I'm kind of in a rush. Hey, Jay, how are you? Jay, what does J stand for? What does J stand for? I just want to know. Oh, okay, I have to look at that. Look, I have noticed that I have been getting unsubscribers in the last few days. Jacqueline, hi Jacqueline. Um, and I think it's because of that like little. If somebody's been watching that live where I had the little tirade in the middle, where we was talking about woman, you know, the whole gender thing. I think I offended a few people. I was like, "Fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna unsubscribe." Because there are times when you just get unsubscribers, but then there are times when you could tell, oh, there might be something I said. It just might be something that came out of my mouth. Oh well, yeah, I done had people, you know, dislike my ass before. They gonna dislike me again, you know. But I really do wish that, like, I should start posting them shit about. And plus, I posted up that thing of that meme about with Dave Chappelle, which of course is going to anger a lot of people. Why? Because they didn't watch the whole thing, but they've heard that he's transphobic, and they've seen a few clips without watching the whole thing. So they have formed their opinion because they want to be upset about some shit. And that's the truth. People just really want to be upset without really knowing or listening or finding out if it's true. That's what's so interesting. Yes, it is. You know what? Yes, it is. I've actually Look, I ain't do much during the pandemic, but I got better about taking care of my hair. That's what I did. Um, because I have been known to like rip through my hair, not take care of it. So I'm better about, conditioning it and trying to keep it healthy. I do want to go to a salon though and get it, just get a good trim. Yeah, so I don't want to get layers put in because then I'm forced to have layers. But I do want to get a nice trim because I want to keep it growing for a little bit longer and get to a certain length. Because then it makes life easier. Honestly, I'm lazy about doing my hair. Having longer hair means I could do just this and walk down the street and not give a damn. When your hair is a little shorter, you have to take care. You got to be more about being presentable because your hair can look fucked up real quick. But when your hair is longer, you can always throw it in some ponytails, some braids, and call it a day. And so that's where I am right now. So in case I don't feel like doing my hair, I can always do this kind of stuff and still, um, my hair look decent. Um, and that's one of the main reasons. Not because I'm like, oh my God, hair. What did I do with the thing? Don't you hate when you have so much shit around you that you misplace things? Right. Yes, I've seen your messy bun. And right, you need some hair for the messy bun. Cause I live in a bun. I live in a bun right now. And you're like, what's your hair in a bun? Yeah, I put these braids in a bun. Stop playing with me. Is that it? No. I'll put it over here. Is it over here? No. I just lost my other hair tie. Interesting. I just took it off my hair, y'all. So yeah, I'm a little more mindful of my hair. I want to make sure, I do take care of it. I don't rip through it because like I said, I'm good for ripping through my hair. Like, okay, it's a knot in here. Let me just rip it out. I got to remember Jacqueline for J Cook because I like to call people by their names. Since y'all calling me by my name, I feel like it's only fair that I call you all by your name. Ooh, girl, everybody has had the asymmetrical bob. It came back in the 2000s. I had it in the late 80s. Baby, I had that 80s, that late 80s asymmetrical bob, but I had that asymmetrical on the side bob. That's the one that's a real bitch to, because the bob, when you get it stacked in the back, it's okay, because as it grows out, it just grows, together. But when you do that asymmetrical bob to the side, where this side is up here and this side, yeah. And then you decide you want to grow it back. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ooh, that, it's like the right, yes. Not the spiral perm and the crispy bangs. Right, got right. That salt and pepper. I had it. Hey Kelly, I had the salt and pepper before the salt and pepper was really hot though. Yeah, cause now what I did have, it was before it was called the Halle Berry, which is a segue into what we can talk about, is Linda Evangelista. I had the Linda Evangelista short haircut, which turned into the Halle Berry a few years later because Halle wore that damn cut for over a decade. Speaking of that, have you heard about Linda Evangelista? How she's saying that she tried to get some plastic surgery and it's destroyed her body? Pretty much a pixie. Yeah. Yeah, that is like, yes, honey. She is because she's suing because she said they didn't tell her the possible side effects because it's something. Yes, yes, she's beautiful. Um, because there's I was so I read up. Who did I watch? Oh yeah, yeah. See, I got enough hair. I have fine but thick hair. That's what I was told. My hair is fine, but it's very thick. I got a lot of it. Mm-hmm. And she said they didn't tell her about the possible negative reactions. But to be quite honest, I bet you she would have still done it. Because if they tell you, okay, but she's saying they didn't. And if they didn't, they are, uh, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, that my hair has gotten so long. I'm trying to find my damn, because it's going, hi, Gabby. Um, because it's going back into this ponytail. But let me finish this side and I'll worry about that. Because I can't find, oh, it is over here. That's why I can't find it. What she's saying is she can't make her money. That it stopped her from making her, she can't. So it's become a financial liability to her. But what I wonder what they're gonna say is like, okay, but how much would you have really made? Because she got this done in 2017. It sounds like she was trying to get back to work, and then that's why she hasn't been able to. Because I mean, let's be honest, Linda, you kind of got some age on you now. And the thing is like, just being honest, um, why didn't she look into a different type of modeling? She could have gone into plus size modeling and said, this, and the other, and owned it and gone into plus size modeling. I bet you they'd have been. She's around my age. She's at least in her 50s. That's what I'm saying. She's saying that it has kept her from, making money. But I think it's based and it fucked with her self esteem, which I could see that, because it's, she wanted to be thin again or, whatever. Um, Linda Evangelista, Gabby, um, she wanted to be thin again. She was trying to get back to that size. But what I'm saying is that sometimes in life shit happens, and I think sometimes people this is a classic, classic. I'm not saying that this should have happened, but this is a classic case of. Right. Yeah. I mean, like, right. Because she was Linda Evangelista. She was a supermodel. So you're supposed to, somebody, nobody worked with her to, like, take that and do other things with it because there was a lot of things she could have done in the beauty industry. She was Linda Evangelista. Come on. And like I said, if she wanted to get in something now and she's saying that this has stopped her, own the fact that this has happened, but I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna. I have moved into this and things like that. I mean, it's doable. You know what? And I was talking about this with somebody, and oh, remember we were talking about Jada. Okay, you know what made me think about Jada again? You know how we were saying, she wanted to, be a star, whatever. And now let me tell you something that I just saw, and it was like, see, this one I'm talking about. Um, Jennifer Garner. Remember, she got with Ben Affleck, had them babies and everything, and became this mother. But she started that Honest company, right? Jennifer Garner is worth more than she probably would have been if she had stayed in acting. Not to say that she couldn't have made money, but her company has gone on to make. She's like, it's a $1 billion empire. Now I don't know how much she owns of it or what her net worth is, but that's what I'm saying is that given the fact that you have this, we live in a world that you are your brand, and they're a brand. Celebrities are a brand. So you can take, oh yeah, Honest is Jessica Alba. I'm sorry. That's what I meant, Jessica Alba. Right. Let me see what you're saying. Oh, I know her self-esteem took a hit, but at this point, and I even get her suing them, especially if they didn't tell her the possible side effects. Right, I'm in Jessica Alba. Who? Okay, what is Jennifer Garner doing? Jennifer Garner's got something going on too. She has her own company too. But what I'm saying is these are women who use their stardom and took it to another level. Like for instance, um, what's her damn name? The ugly one. I mean, not the ugly one, the plain one. Supergoop. What's her name? They went and did something. They say, okay, this is who I am. Let me get into something else. Let me create another avenue to really make money. And they did. Now, what I'm saying was like with Linda, yes, they could still do work. But at some point, she could have moved into Gwyneth Paltrow. That's who I'm talking about. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. Let's just be honest. Some of these women that they say are beautiful are not. Uma Thurman is not beautiful to me. She's very interesting when looking, but ain't nothing beautiful about her. No, I'm sorry. No. Maybe because I'm older and I like the classic standards of beauty. Like I like Sophia Loren. I think Pam Grier is beautiful. I got a list of people that I think are beautiful. But Gwyneth Paltrow is not one of them. She's plain as fuck. Okay. I'm just being honest. See, this is what gets my ass in trouble. Somebody gonna get in their feelings about this shit. Be like, I cannot believe she called them ugly. I can't believe she said they were ugly. See what I'm saying? This is what gets me in trouble. I'm fucking like Dave Chappelle. Yeah, yes. Gwyneth Paltrow's mother is and has aged so beautifully. Because what's her mother's name? Her mother, what's her mother's name? I can't think of it right off the top of my head. But yeah, and has aged gorgeously. I can't think of her mother's name because I can see it, but I can't think of her mother's name. But not Blythe Danner, right? Um, but not Gwyneth. Gwyneth ain't clearly. Because Gwyneth ain't cute to me. I'm sorry. And I, she ain't cute at all. But yeah, but even though I'm not saying that that it's not bad, and it has impacted her income, but there are other things in the beauty industry that she could have been involved in before all this happened. Because when she did this, she was old anyway. Yes, when she. Now, see, I think Cameron Diaz is very pretty. That one too, Jennifer Aniston too. Um, yeah, Jennifer Aniston is not beautiful to me either. Nope, I gotta agree with that one. There's quite a few of them that I'm like, no. I think Reese Witherspoon is pretty. I don't think she's beautiful, but I think she's pretty. She's not stunning or anything. She's not like Salma Hayek. Now, Salma Hayek, that is beautiful to me. Salma Hayek is gorgeous. Yes, it is. Cause no, I don't. Mm-mm. 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 Right. Reese is cute. She's nothing like I'd be like, oh my God. When you look at her and be like, oh my God. Yes. Yes. Nothing like that. But you think Wesley Snipes is a woman? Nuh-uh. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm gonna need you not to go too long fu on me. No. Now I'm gonna tell you who was beautiful as a woman in that movie when they really fixed him up was John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo as a woman was gorgeous. You talking about Nazima Jackson? Mm-mm. Nazima Jackson? No. I'm gonna rebuke you on that one, Gabby. I'm going to rebuke you on that one. No, he ain't cute as a man. Wesley is. Mm-mm. Nope. I rebuke you on that one. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna let you take. We're not. I'm not taking Wesley. Yeah, at the end when they did him up, honey, John looked good as hell. I knew what you talking about. Nazima Jackson. No, that's one of my favorite movies. Nazima, why is that little Latin boy in a dress crying? Little Latin boy in a dress. Why are you crying? That's one of my favorite movies. Yes, that's one of my favorite movies. Listen here, Creepella. I just call people Creepella all the time because of that damn movie. Yes, Andy McDowell is beautiful too. Yes, she is beautiful too. Andy McDowell, all that gorgeous hair. Remember, Andy McDowell was known for all that beautiful hair, that big, beautiful, wavy hair, and she owned that shit. Yes, I love that. Another one of my favorite movies is The Birdcage with Robin. With Robin, I gotta watch that. I haven't watched The Birdcage in a long time. But what I'm saying is, yes, I know that, but she could see there's a way to own what happened and make, like they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. That shit's a lemon. I have not seen the French version. Like I seen Priscilla. Uh, I seen Priscilla, the Australian version, the what they got it from. What is it called? Priscilla, Queen of the Dust or something like that. I've seen that one. That's been years since I watched that one though. The Australian version was much darker. Hi, Madeira. No, he was not. Right, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Yes, yes. That one was a little darker. It was much darker than Hi, Madetra. It was much darker. Whew, okay. So if you have a little one, right? I haven't seen Muriel's wedding in a long time, but that's a good one too. Okay, there we go. Let's put these babies back in their ponytails. And then I'm gonna be done, ready to put on some clothes for the day and get out of here. All right, this is the look for the next few days. You're seeing ABBA? That's cool. Gabby, what part of England do you live in? You know who I would love to see play is the White Witch. I've seen The Snapper. That is a good movie. You see an Ange next month? I know because you saw your girl Chantal Tiffany. You know, you saw your girl Chantal Tiffany. I saw that. Okay, so my braids is in for today. I look a little better. Let's make sure these edges is in. Okay, it's not far. You know, one of my favorite movies is before I get off of here. What's the movie? What's the movie? I can't think of the name of it, but if y'all watch these time, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. The movie where Waking Ned Divine. That's it. I love that movie. Where Ned Divine died and he had won the lottery, and then the whole community trying to they kept him alive to get that money so they could all share it. Okay. All right. I think I look pretty good. I think I look pretty good. These braids is gonna hold for a few days. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I let my hair grow out so I could do shit like this and be done with it. Cause when your hair is shorter, you really gotta do your hair. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let me put on some lotion while I'm sitting here and then start putting on my perfume for the day. I don't know what I'm wearing today though. There's a bunch of stuff in front of me. So let's see what we're gonna put on today. I'm sort of ready to rock my Tuesday. Let's not. Oh shit! I gotta take that with me. I gotta make sure I charge up my phone. Why? Thank you. I'll take that Little House on the Prairie. Even though I never really watched Little House on the Prairie, I didn't like it. I was like, this is a goofy ass show. I don't want to watch these people on the prairie trying to make it. Shit. As a kid, I was not that kid. I had a friend, she loved that show. I never watched Little House on the Prairie. Never, ever watched it. I mean, I've seen like a few, but see, watching stuff like that, because I had watched a few episodes. I'm going to tell you the most boring show in the world to me, though, was The Waltons. The Waltons on Walton Mountain. Oh, my God. It's so amazing to me that show stayed on so long. That show was depressing as fuck. I was like, really? No, thank you. But anyway, as we talk about it, uh, but the funny thing was Nellie Olson. See, you could tell these kids. See, they was too nice for me because Nellie, I'd have got her ass on the back end. I'd have got his. I'd have. See, I'd have been one of them kids because I'm one of them kids. I'd have got Nelly all types of ways. They could have never figured out it was me. Nelly Olsen with her mean ass? Oh no. I'd have gave her the business. Hey Helen, I'm about to get off of here too. I'd have gave her the business. I think I'm gonna wear this Vanille Fleurie de Tahiti. I'm still trying this out to see how much I like it. Oh, damn, this vanilla is really strong. I've never heard of Grange Hill. What's that about? Woo! Killing myself. Killing myself. Killing myself. This is an EDT, but this shit is strong when you put it on. Now, somebody said it doesn't last on them. These actually do last on me. These last on me. This is Vanille Fleur. The other one really lasts on me. This one is a little bit, it's a little bit, this is a little bit lighter because these are EDTs, but the other one, So if you are looking for a little kids show, Akili and Me. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It's so cute. What's this on me? Okay. And I'm drowning myself in vanilla. All right, everybody. Hey, Chantel. I gotta go. Let me put my clothes on and get out of here for the day. See y'all later. Have a great day. Let me throw some clothes on and get out of here and go to work. Y'all have a great, 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 great day.